Knight's Plutonian Shore is a special retelling of the Matriarch event that re-established the character as much greater threat than she originally was in the original comics. This is a special event in which Tachyon is fighting her cousin, the Matriarch, and is seeing how much the mask is actually taking over her cousin and how overwhelmed she is with everything going on. They really established this character deeper in this storyline, and so we are going to try this special event from 1998 out. So Matriarch begins by summoning the Mask of the Matriarch. Mask of the Matriarch. Damage dealt by foul cards is irreducible. After a non-foul villain card other than this card is played for the first time each turn. So only the first time a non-foul card comes out. If a second non-foul card comes out in the same turn, it doesn't re-trigger this effect. Alright, so the Mask of the Matriarch, 10 HP there, and that is the mask that is overwhelming her, and she is going. She plays a card. An Unkindness of Ravens. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. A Building of Rooks. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck.
That was all foul so far?
Yes.
Okay.
Boom. Horrid Cacanopy. One shot. The Matriarch deals the H-1 hero targets with the highest HP 2 sonic damage each. So 3 highest HP targets. Legacy, Tachyon, and Bunker. Destroy H-2 ongoing cards.
None at this time.
So after a non-foul villain card other than this card is played for the first time each turn, play the top card of the villain's deck.
You say those are all foul?
The last one was a one-shot, so non-foul. And now Munin, the Cohort. +1 damage dealt by the Matriarch and by Cohort cards. After any foul card is destroyed, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage. That was her play phase. Now we go on to her end phase. Matriarch deals each hero target 1 projectile damage, +1 is 2. Unkindness of Ravens. This card deals each hero target except the hero target with the lowest HP 1 projectile, +1 is 2. So that does not hit Wraith. Building of Rooks. This card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 +1, so 3 projectile damage, highest.
Legacy.
Whenever a cohort is destroyed, it deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 toxic damage. So when we kill Munin, it does 3 to us. It is currently increasing damage dealt by cohorts by 1. Or damage dealt by Matriarch.
And cohorts.
Oh,
and
cohorts, not foul.
Not foul?
Not foul. Reduce 1 damage dealt to Legacy from the Rooks, and 1 damage to all except Wraith from the Unkindness.
I thought you said foul in that.
I thought it did too.
So put it specifically on him and the boss?
Yeah. Alright, that is her actions, and it goes to Legacy.
So, damage dealt by foul is irreducible?
As long as the mask is in play.
So Legacy's Protector is not effective right now.
Until we kill.
Until we kill them. Well, Legacy is going to do the old one too, dealing the mask 2 melee damage, and playing a card. Legacy will use Heroic Interception, dealing himself 3 damage, making his allies immune to damage. So that works to offset the immunity, or the irreducible. He will use his Protector power, just in case we get hit by anything other than... Is it just foul? Cohorts as well.
Just foul cards is irreducible.
Right, so he will use his Protector power to give -1 damage to ally characters. Draws a card and ends his turn. Tachyon will use Fleet of Foot to allow each hero to draw a card and herself to play a card. Yes, the HUD goggles. I may play an additional play card. We'll use Quick Insight to draw 3 and discard 2. Fast Friend. 1 hero may draw a card. If that hero is not Tachyon, you may play a card.
Okay.
Tachyon will deal the mask 2 melee damage. Draws a card to end her turn.
Wraith is going to play Combat Prowess, giving her a reaction to reduce damage dealt to her, and if that damage ends up being 0, she may play a card. Then she's going to use her base power to reveal and replace the top card of the villain deck. If it's a target, discover an item card, otherwise draw a card. There should be lots of targets in this deck. It is a Murder of Crows. She gets to discover an item card. She discovers the utility belt. Utility belt allows her to either use an additional power during her power phase, which is now, and I can either draw 2 cards or play 1 item card. I will play an item card playing a Razor Ordnance. We'll draw a card and end her turn. Bunker begins his turn entering into upgrade mode. In upgrade mode, he may play, or when upgrade mode is played, summon 1 item card. So I can pick any item card in my deck and put it into play. I will summon the grenade launcher. I cannot use powers this turn. I draw a card during my draw phase, and then in my end phase, I may play up to 2 cards. I'll play Expendable Power Bank and Gatling Gun. During end phase, Expendable Power Bank, put the top card of your deck under 1 ordnance in play. I'm going to put it underneath the grenade launcher. The Gatling Gun, I may destroy ordnance underneath it. There aren't any, so I end my turn. Alright, up next is Rook City. We got Tony Taurus. When this card would be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to a hero target. When this card is destroyed, each hero discards 1 card. End phase. 1 hero may discard 1 card. If they do, destroy an ongoing card. There are no ongoing cards in play. You will not take advantage of that. The Matriarch's turn. At her start phase, her mask is still in play, so she plays a card. A Murder of Crows. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. We're going to need more room. An Unkindness of Raven. After this card is played, play the top card of the villain deck. A Murder of Crows. A Building of Rooks. Darken the Sky. Summon the Mask. It's in play. Shuffle all foul cards in the villain trash into the villain deck. There aren't any. The Matriarch deals the hero target with the highest HP H psychic damage. +1. 5.
Allies are immune to damage.
Nice. So allies are immune due to heroic interception. So the mask, when something other than a foul comes into play, play a card. Unkindness of Ravens, which plays a Kettle of Vultures, which plays Darken the Sky again, which doesn't do anything.
Lucky.
Lucky. Alright, so that is her play a card phase. Now it is her end phase. Matriarch deals each hero target 1+1 projectile damage. 2 projectile damage to Legacy. And fouls are immune, so if Legacy has any negative damage, they'll taken, but he does not. Unkindness of Raven. This card deals each hero target, other than the hero target with the lowest HP, 1 projectile damage, +1, no, 1 projectile damage to Legacy. Unless he is low.
Oh, he is.
Yes. So he does not take damage from the Ravens. Rooks. Highest hero target, Bunker, immune to damage. Murder of Crows. This card deals each hero target except the hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage. So 1 damage to Legacy.
No plus.
No plus. Unkindness. Except the hero target with the lowest, no damage. Murder of Crows. Except with the highest, 1 damage to Legacy. Building of Rooks hits Bunker for 0. Unkindness doesn't hit anything. Kettle of Vultures. Hero target with the lowest HP 2. Legacy.
Darn. Still, that was a significant damage reduction.
Quite a bit of damage reduction. That is the end of her end phase, and it goes to Legacy.
Legacy will play Keen Vision and use its power to reveal and replace the top card of a deck. Going to reveal Wraith's Sunbolt. If that deck belongs to an ally, they may draw 1 card or use 1 power.
Alright, the Wraith will use her Razor Ordnance Deal 1 target 3 projectile damage, hitting the mask.
Legacy draws a card and ends his turn. Tachyon will play Hypersonic Dash. Yes, after this card is played, Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 sonic damage. All targets dealt this way cannot deal damage.
Unit. After any foul card is destroyed, this card deals a hero target with the highest HP 1 projectile damage. So we want to hit him first, because we're going to kill a bunch of stuff. We're going to put a big cannot deal damage just onto this board.
Yep.
Hit Munin first, cannot deal damage. Then let's hit the Matriarch. This is the first damage dealt to the Matriarch. 69.
Giggity?
I was gonna say nice, but I didn't. Then you said giggity. Nice. Alright, 1 damage to the mask. Mask can't deal damage. And now you kill all of the birds.
Oh, they only have 1 health?
They all have 1 health.
Oh!
She wipes the board of birds, but Munin cannot retaliate for all of these bird deaths because he can't deal damage.
Nice.
You also hit our friend here.
That's fine.
You just smack the detective right in his stupid face.
Sorry, detective.
Sorry, detective.
Sorry, not
Sorry. Alright, that was awesome. Good job.
Tachyon may play an additional card. Tachyon will sucker punch the mask, destroying it.
Ooh.
Tachyon will let Legacy draw a card. Will play a card, dealing each non-hero target 1 melee damage. Draws a card and ends her turn.
On her play phase, the Wraith is going to play Micro-Targeting Computer, +2 projectile damage dealt by the Wraith. Then she will use 1 power, Razor Ordnance, to deal 5 damage to the boss. With her second power, she will use Haunt the Shadows to reveal and replace the top card of the villain deck. If it's a target, discover an item card, otherwise draw a card. Clattering of Jackdaws. Jackdaws. That allows me to discover 1 item card.
What's a jackdaw?
It's a bird.
I know that.
It's a fowl. It's a corvid. It's a covid. Sunbolt. Discovered. And she draws a card and ends her turn. Bunker. Destroys upgrade card. Puts the top card of his deck underneath Gatling Gun, and the top card of his deck underneath Grenade Launcher. I did it the opposite way. We're gonna make environment cards not be able to be played. Adhesive Foam Grenade. Then we're gonna fire our Grenade Launcher. Sorry, detective.
What are you doing?
It has to hit him. 3 targets. Each time you destroy 1 card this way, Bunker deals 3 targets 2 fire damage each. I destroyed 2 cards, so it is 4 fire damage to 3 different targets. That will be Matriarch, the cohort, and the detective. 4 damage each. The detective dies.
Ow. So much for watching for civilian casualties.
Savage. Alright, so that was my power. Played a card, draw a card, and end my turn. At the end of my turn, I could put the top card of my deck under 1 card in play, Grenade Launcher, and I could destroy that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until we get some +1 damage dealt before I start destroying cards under the Gatling Gun. When environment cards cannot be played, we are skipping the environment turn and going on to Matriarch. The Mask of the Matriarch is not in play, so she flips. She now plays the card. A Clattering of Jackdaws. Horrid Cacophony. The Matriarch deals the H-1 hero targets with the highest HP, 2 sonic damage each. She cannot deal damage. Destroy H-2 hero ongoing and or item cards. 2 ongoing or items gotta be destroyed. Adhesive Foam Grenade, because it'll get destroyed at the start of my turn anyways. Alright, Legacy destroys his key image. Now end phase. Matriarch deals H-2 hero targets with the highest HP, 0 projectile damage each. Then, if the Mask of the Matriarch is in play, flip her. It is not. Munin. Can't do anything. Clattering of Jackdaws. This card deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. The Wraith reduces that to 0 and is allowed to play a card. Putting out a Flashbang Projector. That's her end phase, and it goes to Legacy.
Legacy will give a big old fuck, dealing the boss 5 damage. Then he'll use his power to give -1 damage to allies. He draws a card and ends his turn. Tachyon could have taken out a research grant, but didn't. And so she's pushing the limits. She will use her power to draw a card for herself, and then draw 2 cards.
Wraith will play a Sonic Neuralizer. She'll use the Razor Ordnance to kill Munin. When a cohort dies, it deals the hero target with the highest HP 3, and Munin was giving himself +1 damage. So 4 damage to the highest HP. Second power, I am going to use my Stun Bolt on the Matriarch, dealing her 1 lightning damage and reducing her damage dealt by 1. Draw a card, and end my turn. There's not a lot to do right now. Bunker is going to enter into recharge mode. He cannot use power, so he enters his draw phase. During his draw phase, he draws 4 additional cards, so he draws 5 cards. Then, at the end phase, put the top card under an ordnance in play. And put any number of cards from your hand under any ordinances in play. Put 3 cards under any ordinance. All right. Put 1 under that, just to make sure I can shoot it. 2 under the gun. If I can get a +1 damage dealt next turn Legacy, that'd be great. And I end my turn. Brook City. Dr. Tremata. When this card would be dealt damage, you may redirect that damage to a hero. When this card is destroyed, each villain target regains H HP. Each hero draws 1 card. I also missed when we killed Tony, we all have to discard a card. You only had 1 card when that happened on Tachyon. It has to be the pushing limits. Bunker would have to discard one of his piston punches, and Wraith her second Razor Ordnance. End phase. Each hero draws a card. The Matriarch plays a card. Hugin. That's it. -1 damage dealt to the Matriarch and cohorts. End phase. Matriarch deals the H-2, so 2 hero targets with the highest HP. 3 -1 is 2 projectile damage each.
Wraith and Bunker. Both are at -1.
Wraith will use her reaction to reduce it by 2, allowing her to play a item card. No, play any card. Play a card. She'll play Leverage, draw 4 cards, collect 1 card. She'll collect an Impromptu Invention. Bunker takes 1 damage. So it's 3, -1 from on her, -1 from on Bunker, 1 total damage. Clattering of Jackdaws. This card deals each hero target 1 projectile damage, so 1 to Legacy. Alright, Hugin. After any foul card is played, this card deals the hero target with the second highest HP 1 projectile damage. So it's just something we have to think about, and we probably just have to focus him down and kill him.
Right. Legacy will give an old 1/2, dealing 2 melee damage to Hugin.
1 damage.
And playing a card, giving him bulletproof skin. Then he'll use his protector power to keep -1 damage on his allies. So when we have played this with 4 or 5 players and playing 1 character, I did not enjoy playing Legacy because of turns like that. But when we're playing 2 characters, he's great. I get my fill of playing a lot of cards with Tachyon while having Legacy as support.
This is like your favorite combo. Legacy Tachyon.
Yeah,
really
it's great.
Good for you.
Yeah. Start phase. Tachyon deals herself 2 fixed fire damage.
Burning those thighs.
Yep. I may play 2 additional cards this phase. Each hero may draw a card. She'll put her Synaptic Interrupt into play. And her cards only deal 1 damage, which is not helpful. So she has to do her Lightspeed Barrage. 1 target, X melee damage, where X is the number of cards in her trash. 10 damage and killing Hugin.
Whenever a cohort die is destroyed, it deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 toxic damage.
That's Wraith.
So it hits Wraith. Wraith is at -1 from Protector. She uses her reaction on Combat Prowess to -2 damage dealt to the Wraith. If no damage is taken this way, this is now 3, so 0 damage taken. She may play a card. Plays Impromptu Invention. Draw a card, discover an item card, play a card. Discovers a utility belt. It gets destroyed because I already have one. Play a second impromptu invention. Draw a card, discover an item card, infrared earpiece. Play a card. I play a third impromptu invention card. Draw a card, discover an item card, flashbang projector already in play gets destroyed. You play a card. I'll play throwing knives. That was all her reaction.
Nice. It's still Tachyon's turn. Tachyon can play one more card. Might as well use this one. Hypersonic Dash. Each non-hero target, 1 sonic damage.
Killing the clattering of jack draws. Hit the boss. Boss cannot deal damage. Do we want to hit the doctor? When he dies, each villain target regains 8.
You mean someone with 1 damage?
Yeah, and then they can't deal damage.
No.
Okay.
Tachyon will draw a card for her power, and then draw 2 cards, and end her turn.
You guys, Wraith has way too many items in play.
So many cards.
So many cards. Inventory barrage. Discard any number of item cards. Item. 3 item cards discarded. Deal 1 target X projectile damage, where X is the number of cards discarded this way times 2. It is projectile damage, so it's plus an additional 2, so it is 6 damage, plus 2 is 8 damage. The boss. 45. I'm gonna use a power. I'll use Razor Ordnance to hit the boss for 3, plus 2 is 5. And I'll blast her with a stun bolt, dealing 1 lightning damage and reducing her damage dealt by 1. Draw a card, and then my turn. Bunker. Destroy upgrade mode. Play up recharge, or destroy recharge mode. Play recharge mode. Draw 5 cards. End turn. Put the top card under an ordnance. Put any number of cards under any ordinances. No. Done. Yeah, I played that grenade launcher thinking there was going to be a bunch of cohorts to constantly shoot, and we wiped them all out, and there haven't been any since. We were too effective. All right. Legacy's up. Oh no, Environment's up. Street Gang. When this card is destroyed, destroy 1 item card. End phases. First, Dr. Tremata. Each hero draws a card. Street Gang. This card deals each target other than itself 1 projectile damage and 1 melee damage. We'd redirect that from Tremata to Bunker, which is 0 and 0. But Legacy has bulletproof skin, so that's 0 and 0. Everything is 0, except 2 damage to the boss.
0. Shadow.
That's the environment. The Matriarch plays a card. Clattering of Jack plays a card. Carrion Fields. Unless both Hugin and Munin are in play, discover 1 cohort card. If a card is played this way, destroy this card. That's the start phase. It's not the start phase, it's the play a card phase. Matriarch cannot deal damage. The mask is not in play. Jackdaws. Each hero target 1, 0 damage. Carrion Fields. Each cohort card, there aren't any. This is going surprisingly well.
We've had some pretty good luck during these events.
Those bosses give me a lot more rough than this.
Well, we're just gonna do a little more heroic interception. Healing himself 3 fixed damage.
10.
Down to 10, but my allies are immune.
20.
I know. Everybody's so healthy. Thanks, Legacy. But I don't have another power, so they are also at -1 damage. That was silly, I guess. Immune to damage is better, though. Okay, thanks, Legacy. Try this card. Heal yourself 2 fixed fire damage. Tachyon is going to double nimbly strike. Dealing 2 and 2 melee damage to the boss.
This is your nemesis.
Huh. Well, we haven't been tracking it all game.
We haven't been doing nemesis.
No nemesis bonus this time, because we screwed up. Each hero may draw a card. Tachyon, play a card. We'll put that research grant into play finally. Using her power to draw 3 cards. And 1. She draws 2 cards and ends her turn. I think Fix overrides immune, doesn't it? Oh, immune?
Immune.
Okay.
Cannot be.
So she doesn't take that 2 fire. Very good.
And they changed that card. It used to be, if you don't take damage this way, destroy this card, but it no longer says that. The Wraith is going to play Leverage to draw 4 cards and collect a card. I don't want any of these cards. Take a search yourself. And then use 2 powers. You'll use Razor Ordnance, hitting the boss for 5. We can't deal or take damage, so no point in stun bolting. So instead, I am going to use my throwing knives to deal up to 3 targets, 1 projectile damage each. I'll just hit the boss for 3. Draw a card, and end my turn. I'll play a mounted AP gun. Oh, destroying this. Recharge mode gets destroyed. Mounted AP gun gets played. During my play phase, when you put, or you may put 1 card from your trash under 1 ordnance in play. That under AP gun, you do put this card under 1 ordnance. Then I'm gonna use a power. I will shoot my grenade launcher twice. That is 3 targets, 2 fire damage each twice for the boss. 1, 2, 3, 4. The jackdaws get hit by 1 of them and dies. And 2 shots hit the street gang. Then the last shot will hit the Wraith. She'll use a reaction to reduce it by 2, allowing her to play a card. She'll play leverage.
Yeah.
Draw 4 cards.
See another inventory barrage in here?
Collect a card. There are 3 cards left. In her deck. That's his use power phase. So Pete will draw a card and end his turn. Crook City plays a card. Despair and Decay. Start phase, each target deals itself 1 fixed damage, and phase, if there are no bystander cards in play, discover an environment target. There is a bystander, so we're fine for that. Dr. Tremata, each hero draws a card. The gang hits each target other than itself for 1 and 1, which is 0 and 0 on all of us. And 2 damage to debuffs. Here, 19. Matriarch's turn. Start phase. Unless both Hugin and Munin are in play, discover 1 cohort card. I can't. There aren't any. Well, they're dead. If a cohort card is played this way, destroy this card. Cannot. Plays a card.
Oh no.
Darken the sky. Summon the mask of the Matriarch. Summon. Summon can be from the trash. Shuffle all of the foul cards in the villain trash into the villain deck. This is going to be painful. The Matriarch deals the hero target with the highest HP H psychic damage. That's Darken the Sky. End phase. 2 hero targets with the highest HP immune to damage. Mask is in play. Flipper. End phase. Matriarch deals each hero target 1 projectile damage. Bulletproof skin is 0. Carrion feels each hero target 1 damage. 0. Yeah. The deck is exclusively fouls now.
Great.
So our next turn is just going to be playing the entire deck.
That's fun.
If she lives. She has 19 health. I don't think she's going to make it.
We better focus her down. Focus.
Not going to make it.
Heroic Interception gets destroyed. Legacy is gonna give her a big old thuck. 5 melee damage.
Damn.
Yep. And use his power to give us -1. Tachyon takes 2 damage. Tachyon will use Accelerated Assault to deal each non-hero target 1 melee damage.
1 damage to the mask. 1 to the doctor. 1 to the street gang.
Do that again with Hypersonic Dash.
2 to the boss. Cannot deal damage. 2 to the mask. They all can't deal damage.
And then she'll use Lightspeed Barrage.
Bringing the boss down to 6.
Tachyon will use her power to deal 1 target 3 melee damage, destroying pushing limits. Boss is down to 3. Tachyon draws 1 card and ends her turn.
With this poor teenager at 3 health, The Wraith is going to play Inventory Barrage with 5 cards. So that is times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12 damage, and defeats the Matriarch. Da, da, da. We did it! That was not a hard scenario. Compared to the other events that buffed up a lot of the bosses, this one was pretty mild.
We did do a really good job of cleaning up.
We definitely did, but like
AoE.
Yeah, the fight could have been rough, but what I'm saying is the actual event itself, just when cohorts die, we take 3 damage, wasn't very significant compared to like Omnitron special event and whatnot, which were a lot harder.
3 damage is a lot, and we never got hit by it.
Omnitron special event was like, whenever, at the end of your turn, all of your item cards hit everybody for 1 damage.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot. This was light.
Good team.
It's definitely, this is a solid team. The Freedom 5 is a crazy strong team.
This retelling of the Matriarch story also added another layer of nuance to the character. During this event, the readers and the heroes alike saw how overwhelmed Lillian Corvus was by the power of the Matriarch. As much as she was a dangerous villain, fueled by fury, she was also a scared teenager who was being controlled by the mask as much as she was using its power. When the heroes defeated the Matriarch by subduing her cohorts, reaching the center of an avian maelstrom, and unmasking Lillian, she was captured and sent to prison. However, from this point forward, her cousin Dr. Meredith Stinson visited her often to talk about what happened. Our new abilities. Focus and control. The Matriarch has a connection to her mask unlike anything Nightmist has ever seen. If that reliance could be tempered, the bond could be quite the boon. One hero summons a relic card, then that hero regains up to 5 HP. Or, overreaction. You shudder as you think of the hordes of terrible fowl that blotted out the sun as they filled the gray sky. Even the slightest caw from a seemingly innocent passing crow makes you jump. Destroy up to 3 targets with 3 or fewer HP. What is up next?
What's up next? I think up next is the special Citizen Dawn event. So the next event is November 1999, 1 year after this event.
Next up, critical event, Sunrise. Citizen Dawn appears in Megalopolis, accompanied by a more powerful set of citizens than has ever been seen before, but her new allies aren't even the key to her plot. Citizen Dawn knows the solar eclipse is upon us, and she intends to pull on its power to increase her abilities by several orders of magnitude. The ultimate Citizen Dawn story is coming up next.